Welcome back to the laboratory of the human psyche, where today we are prying open a door the narcissist has spent a lifetime sealing shut. You have known them as omnipotent manipulators, master puppeteers of your emotional strings. But today we observe the predator in its most pitiful form, deprived and starving. We are examining the torment of the void, the raw psychological collapse that unfolds when a narcissist is cut off from sexual supply. This is not about lust. It is about survival. It is about a biological apparatus that has exhausted its stolen energy. Stay with me, because we are about to expose the hidden torment that begins when the mirror finally refuses to echo their fantasies. Picture a luxury sports car locked in a dark garage, sleek, intimidating, flawless in appearance. But the tank is completely empty. Without fuel, it is nothing more than an immobile mass of metal, incapable of movement. That is the narcissist. When you withdraw physical intimacy, you may believe they are discarding you, but in truth, they are petrified by the silence that descends when they can no longer use your body to stabilize their inner disorder. The unsettling question we confront today is this: what becomes of a monster when it loses access to its favorite source of nourishment? The answer is a slow, catastrophic implosion of the ego, one they will conceal at any cost. Land for the narcissist. Sex is never about affection, bonding, or shared pleasure. It is a surgical extraction of your vitality. It is the psychic anesthetic they rely on to quiet the howling voices of self-loathing buried deep within them. When you say no, you are not merely asserting a boundary. You are shutting down the dispensary. You are forcing them to confront an internal starvation they have been fleeing since childhood. Without the dopamine surge, they begin to suffer a kind of psychic dehydration that cuts deeper than any physical injury. They are frequency addicts, and you have just silenced their favorite signal. Blonde. Have you ever sensed a strange vibrating tension beneath their skin when they haven't had their supply? It is a palpable, unsettling energy, like a serpent coiled in the room. They are not grieving the loss of closeness with you. They are grieving the loss of the mirror. In the bedroom, they use your reactions to persuade themselves they are divine, desirable, real. When that mirror goes dark, they begin to disappear. Mind. This is the critical truth survivors must grasp. You were never their companion. You were their power source. And when that source dries up, the narcissist enters narcissistic mortification. We are stepping into a documentary-style autopsy of the parasitic collapse that occurs behind closed doors. Most assume the narcissist will simply replace you, and eventually they may. But the rejection by their primary object delivers a devastating blow to their grandiosity. They experience your body as an entitlement, an extension of their ego. When you reclaim your autonomy, it feels to them like a biological severing. Today, we expose the predator's inner poverty. You are about to realize that your refusal is more lethal than any argument you ever made. You are witnessing the dismantling of a false god. The narcissist treats the bed as a grooming table, a place where they soften you enough to tolerate the next wave of devaluation. But when the grooming fails, desperation sets in. Their fabricated self begins to suffer a system-wide collapse. Without the steady infusion of your life force, their own skin starts to feel like a prison. They are condemned to observe a life they cannot occupy without a host. And you have finally become toxic to the parasite. The silence in the bedroom transforms into a courtroom where they are judged by their own emptiness. Inside, they are screaming for a pulse that no longer exists. Let's be direct. The narcissist is a spiritual scavenger. They lack the machinery to generate self-worth, so they must smuggle it in through conquest. When the import route is closed, they enter psychological starvation. This agony is what turns them into obsessive monitors of your emotional state. They study you from the corner of their eye, hunting for a fracture in your resolve. They run calculations of manipulation, searching for the precise frequency that might force the vault open. But the vault is sealed, and the thief is panicking as the oxygen drains from their inner world. The question still lingers. Why does this agony feel so violent? Because for the narcissist, celibacy equals annihilation. They use intimacy as a dumping ground for their buried shame. When that outlet is removed, the waste backs up into their own system. By the third day without supply, they are submerged in their own decay, feeling exposed, unwanted, and invisible. They project this revulsion onto you, accusing you of being cold or damaged when they are describing themselves. This is the hidden map of the predator's psyche. They are ice attempting to persuade the sun that it is freezing. You are the sun, and you are finally refusing to shine into their void. Stay with me, because we are about to descend into the narcissist's internal breakdown. We will expose the buried fears that make a single week of refusal feel like eternal torment to them. This knowledge will shatter the fragile glass palace of their control. You are not cruel for reclaiming your body. You are sovereign, yet the narcissist needs you to believe you are the abuser so they can reboot the system. We will show you how to observe the collapse without being consumed by it. Fog is lifting, and the predator is about to discover the banquet is over and the lights are permanently out. This opening chapter is your refuge of truth. You have blamed your libido or your health for the growing distance in your home, but that distance is your spirit carrying out an eviction. The narcissist gambled everything on the belief that you were too empathetic to tolerate his suffering. He lost the moment you chose your peace over his supply. As we continue, remember this, his agony is the most authentic thing about him. It is the sound of a hollow instrument struck by reality. Steady your breath. We are about to chronicle the ego death of the monster together. The empath is rising. To understand the narcissist's 7-day psychological collapse, you must examine the mechanical emptiness they call a personality. A narcissist is a hall of mirrors with no original image at the center. They exist only through the reflection in your eyes. Physical intimacy validates their existence. Without it, they experience somatic dissociation. They feel as if they are disintegrating at a molecular level. Their weakness is architectural. They are constructed on the necessity of your submission. When that foundation refuses to support them, the towering structure of their grandiosity begins to tilt toward ruin. Metaphorically, the narcissist is a premium hologram that requires a constant data stream from the projector. When the signal stops, the image flickers. By the 4th day of sexual deprivation, the illusion of the confident alpha or devoted partner begins to malfunction. You see the static, the dull gray, the petty, spiteful child hidden beneath the pixels. This exposure terrifies them. They pursue sex because the intensity allows them to mute the static. Without your body's noise, they are forced to hear the silence of their own emptiness. They are suffocating in the vacuum. The true motive behind their sexual pursuit is the avoidance of self-awareness. Sensation is their escape from emotion. They do not seek connection. They seek stimulation. They are addicts of sensation, using your empathy as adrenaline to remain numb to their shame. When you sever the supply, the collapse begins. The numbness fades. The shame begins to itch. The accumulated failures of their entire life start creeping up their spine. They need your touch so they can offload that revulsion back into your body. You are the chemical disposal unit for their inner toxicity. Without you, they overflow with their own spiritual decay. We must understand the narcissistic void as a form of spiritual dehydration. A narcissist experiences empathy as a resource to be consumed. During intimacy, they drain the marrow from your life force to grease the machinery of their false self. Without that lubrication, the false self grows brittle. It starts to groan. It begins to fracture. This is why they become so physically restless after a week without supply. They are drying out. They are turning into a mummy wrapped in a luxury costume. They require the moisture of your devotion to remain flexible and appealing. Without it, they regress into the cold, scaled reptile lurking in the basement of their psyche. Imagine a radio with no signal of its own, forced to hijack the broadcast of a neighboring station. The narcissist has no inner frequency. They imitate intimacy to capture yours. This is biological plagiarism. When you fall silent in the bedroom, the radio erupts into a shrill scream of static. That is the agony, the sound of a dead channel hunting for a heartbeat. They are screaming internally because they realize they are derivative. They are acting out a script in an empty theater, and the absence of applause is fatal to their illusion. They feel themselves dissolving into background noise, and they are aware of it. Land their inner chaos becomes a storm of paranoia that intensifies when the bedroom stays dark. They begin to imagine you are cheating, planning an exit, or consulting a lawyer. They project their own betrayal onto you because they cannot conceive of restraint. They assume your refusal is a power play because to them, everything is dominance and control. They despise that you are the one executing the move. They are imprisoned by their own mistrust, pacing the edges of your boundaries, snarling at steel they once believed was soft. Bond, consider the image of a vampire in Famine. A narcissist is a frequency parasite that needs the high vibration of your sacred intimacy to counterbalance their low vibration rot. By day 6, the parasite is starving. It begins consuming itself. The narcissistic ego starts devouring its own memories of superiority. Desperation sets in. They will beg, cry, or confess fabricated sins just to get you to lower the barrier. This counterfeit vulnerability is the last maneuver of a drowning predator. They are trying to latch on to your compassion to re-enter your biology. They are starving in the presence of the sun, land. The narcissist is a somatic addict who disables your internal alarm system through touch. They trained you to believe their contact was the reward. Now that the reward is gone, they are the ones in withdrawal. They are stunned that you can live without their performance. That survival is the fatal insult. It proves they are not necessary. It proves they are an accessory, not a lifeline. Their suffering marks the collapse of their illusion of centrality. They realize the world spins without them. They are falling from the center of existence, and the impact will be brutal. And there is also the projection of their own disgust. At their core, the narcissist finds human need repulsive. They hated you for wanting them once, and now they hate themselves for wanting you. This feedback loop of contempt is the acid corroding their inner world. They are humiliated by their need for access. They loathe that your body has become the curator of their reality. They want to destroy the power you hold, yet the only way to do so is to access it. They are trapped in a circular inferno, gnawing on the bars of a cage they built for you. This collapse exposes the truth. The narcissist is enslaved to the mirror. Their strength is borrowed, their ego is leased, and the payment is overdue. By remaining silent and sovereign, you have evicted the abuser's spirit from your inner sanctuary. As we approach the critical turning point, you will witness what happens when the empath remains still. You will see power transfer from the phantom to the sovereign. The narcissist's agony is about to become their final discard, while your calm becomes your permanent residence. You are becoming untouchable. The predator is immobilized. The turning point arrives on day 7 with a cold, clinical clarity that fills the house. You are seated in the living room when the narcissist enters, radiating frantic, dark energy. He attempts the old routines, the smug grin, the subtle jab, the counterfeit concern, but nothing lands. This is the psychological reversal. You are no longer the audience. Power snaps back into your center in a silent, violent shift. You have discovered the kill switch of the trauma bond. You are watching the monster from a million miles away. You are finally unreachable. Observe the panic when the mirror refuses to reflect. They escalate the chaos. They may slam doors, restrict money, or disappear for hours to provoke your abandonment fear. They hurl every tactic to see if something still attaches, but you remain silent. This absence of reaction is psychological kryptonite. The narcissist realizes the anesthetic has failed, and the patient is awake on the operating table. They are exposed under the high-beam glare of your sudden, icy autonomy. They are naked in the way they most despise. The roles have permanently reversed. This is the moment of inner sovereignty, when you recognize their pain belongs to them. You stop seeing yourself as the caretaker of their ego. You release the guilt around your boundaries. You are no longer a resource to be mined. You are a stone monument at the center of their storm. The narcissist sees this indifference glowing on your face, and it triggers annihilation panic. They feel themselves fading because you no longer define them with your attention. They are static on a dead channel. You are becoming solid. The silence has erased them. Now observe the desperate pivot. When the sexual famine reaches 1 week, the mask comes off completely. They will verbally discard you, declaring you cold, damaged, and unwanted all along. This is narcissistic rage in its most intimate form. It is an admission of defeat. They burn the bridge because they can no longer cross it. But the healed empath names the tactic instantly. You see, they're trying to reclaim control by leaving first. Truth becomes the shield that shatters their final weapon. You remain calm in the storm. The reversal deepens. The narcissist's suffering becomes the incubator of your transformation. While they starve, you thrive on reclaimed energy. The mental fog lifts. Your heartbeat steadies. The parasitic dynamic has inverted. You are retaining the light you once gave away. The narcissist senses this vitality, and it ignites their purest envy. They resent you for being whole without their approval. They realize they were never the ruler. Only the beggar you outgrew allowed it inside the house. They are dissolving, and you are finally coming into focus. In a last attempt to preserve their image, they launch a malignant discard before you can formally leave. They tell the world you are the problem, that you are cold, defective, unlovable. This is not strength. It is a psychological confession of their biological dependence on your empathy. They are rewriting the past so they can cast themselves as the hero in the next victim's bed. But you feel relief. You accept the discard like a fatal promotion. You watch them leave, and you feel the density lift from the room. The ghost has exited the house, and the house is finally irrevocably yours. The nightmare has ended. Notice the shift in the energetic signature of the bedroom. The moment the narcissist is gone, the space sanctifies. You strip the sheets, burn the sage, and open the windows to clean air. You realize the agony they experienced was actually the death of their influence. With the weight removed, you can breathe into your center and feel the radiance of your own spirit return. The narcissist is now circling the perimeter of a new victim's life, trying to reload the syringe while you are moving freely in the sunlight of your own presence. The war is finished and you survived. This is a deep psychological shift. You forgive the body for providing supply for so long. You understand the body was only trying to survive the extraction. You tend to the flesh with respect and dignity. You see the relationship for what it was, a dark initiation that forced you to discover your internal blade. You thank the trauma for shattering the mirror and revealing the sovereign beneath it. The empath has graduated from the school of shadows. You are no longer exploitable. You now vibrate at a frequency predators cannot access. You are sacred ground. You are sealed. You are solid light. Dams, this is total detachment. When you look at the past, there is no pain, only mechanics. You see the system of theft clearly. The narcissist becomes a name you barely recall, a minor malfunction in the larger machinery of your evolution. The turning point is complete. You are living inside your own life with an intensity that unsettles the weak. You are steady, you are grounded, you are home. The power transfer is finished. You hold the center now. The agony was the final verdict in the trial of the ghost. The ghost is empty and you are real. As we move fully into the collapse, remember this, the narcissist requires your reaction to remain three-dimensional. By withdrawing your desire and your drama, you have erased them from your universe. They will panic. They will scorch their own world trying to reclaim your attention. But you are no longer the rescuer. You are watching the fire from higher ground, safe in your sovereignty. Oh, we are witnessing the total internal collapse of the abuser as they realize the empath they groomed has permanently reclaimed their soul. The ending is brutal, but it is just. When the empath stops absorbing the rot, the narcissist's false self fractures under the pressure of its own emptiness. This is narcissistic mortification, the psychic death they have fled since childhood. You will see reckless behavior, manic acting out. Their lies turn into screams. Their mask dissolves like acid on glass. They choke on the ash of failed intimacy. They scramble for mirrors that don't reveal the monster, but the entire world becomes reflective. Consequences arrive quickly. As the healed empath moves forward with quiet dignity and cool indifference, The smear campaign collapses into desperation. Truth has gravity. People begin to recognize the pattern, the trail of depleted victims left behind. You are the witness who survived the autopsy. The narcissist loses control of their image. They are exposed as an energy predator who needs reaction to feel alive. They are isolated inside the contamination they created, trapped in a mind that cannot tolerate silence. Their internal panic becomes a frantic search for new supply that no longer exists in your space. They look for you in every face they exploit, but no one can reflect the God image you once provided. They starve for the high-grade empathy your sacred energy gave them. But the pharmacy of your soul is closed forever. They realize too late that they destroyed the source. The regret is not love, it is hunger. They resent you for being happy without their consent. Every moment of your peace wounds their insecurity. They fade. Look closely at their new reality. They appear aged, colorless, brittle. The life force they stole has expired, and they have no internal generator to replace it. They are condemned to repeat the same cycle with weaker and weaker hosts until the body shuts down. They are trapped inside a system that is failing, haunted by the memory of the one who escaped and found the sun. Your indifference consumes them. Their rage turns inward, devouring what little humanity remains. They are a signal without a station, drifting into noise. This tone is cold and precise. The narcissist failed because they underestimated the sovereignty of the empath. By moving on physically and spiritually, you ended the predator. They are the walking dead, carrying the corpse of their own ego. They despise you for surviving their sexual warfare. They despise you for being whole in a world they framed as a slaughterhouse. Every calm breath you take poisons their illusion. They collapse into the center of their own void. The final discard was yours, and it was fatal. Panic mutates into obsessive monitoring of your happiness. They analyze every post, hunting for pain, for longing, for return, and find only strength. That strength is traumatic to them. It demolishes the God fantasy. It proves they were nothing more than a glitch in your evolution. They shout from the shadows, trying to cast spells your nervous system no longer recognizes. They are irrelevant. And irrelevance is the final consequence of what they chose. They wanted immortality. They will receive obscurity. Okay, you are the symphony. The social collapse completes itself. The enablers awaken. The family distances. The narcissist is left alone with the ghost of the one they could not destroy. This isolation is the mirror they feared all along. In the silence, they are forced to hear their own lies echo back at them. They obsess over you because you were the only thing that felt real in their world of illusions. But you are now a memory they cannot command. They reach for empty air where you once stood. They dissolve as the dark. This is the brutal truth. The narcissist failed because they miscalculated the resilience of the human spirit. They thought they could starve the empath. Instead, they forced the empath to withdraw, regenerate, and evolve. Once you emerged, you were no longer food, you were free. When you awaken and conserve your energy, you become invisible to their manipulation. The narcissist is only a shadow, incapable of surviving in the presence of your inner truth. They are breaking apart. The sexual famine was your incubation, and you are emerging with new skin. You have alchemized trauma into authority. The narcissist is now a defective instrument, discarded by the very life force it tried to siphon. The collapse intensifies. You observe their unraveling with a sense of sacred balance. There is no revenge in you, only alignment. You recognize that the world is safe because you are the one who defines your reality. Their rage fades into distant static, unable to reach your frequency. You are healing faster than they can follow, living at a depth they can never access. The narrative closes here. The monster is gone, and the village is alive again. The ending is final and irreversible. You stand sovereign in the light. Lambda, as we enter the ultimate truth, look at the ruin of the abuser and understand this. You are the conclusion. The agony was only the husk of your becoming. You found the key. You opened the door. You stepped into the world, and the world recognized you. The final truth is cinematic, empowering, and radiant. The collapse is complete. The sunrise happens inside you. You are free to build a reality where predators are nothing more than distant echoes. You are the one. The pain has returned to its source. The vessel is whole. The light is home. We have reached the final truth, the closing scene where the hooks of the past dissolve in the heat of your presence. Here it is. The narcissist's sexual suffering was never your responsibility. It was the death rattle of a ghost that never belonged to you. You are not empty because you are filled with your own brilliance. You now see the narcissist was never your soulmate. They were an accidental catalyst who ignited your real fire. You use the ash to nourish your garden. You are the steward of your own energy, clean, luminous, and home. Emotional closure arrives through the absolute knowing that the narcissist never existed as the person you loved. You were loving a reflection of your own empathy. Today, you have reclaimed that reflection. The case file is closed. Their hatred becomes a medal of honor because darkness always resents the sun. You accept the hatred as confirmation of your magnitude. You validate yourself simply by breathing freely, dreaming again, and loving without fear. The verdict is innocent and sovereign. The parasite is gone. Healing is the slow, cinematic burn of presence. The feel of the earth beneath your feet, the sound of your own truth spoken aloud, the vision of a future that is unwritten and safe. Your nervous system is learning to expect respect and beauty. You are discovering that empathy is a power, not a punishment. You are reclaiming your soul. You are building a life so real and strong that the memory of the narcissist feels like a low-budget film from another lifetime. You are the director now. The lens is clear. Empowerment is the quiet resilience of the empath who refused to remain defined by the predator. You have stared into the abyss and returned with fire. You are unmovable. Their screams are background noise in the orchestra of your life. You have changed the frequency. You are tuned to the universe, to the earth's pulse, to the truth of your worth. You have reclaimed your power and are using it to heal. You are a warrior of light. You are whole. The final chapter is being written in daylight. You are part of a global awakening of sovereign empaths reclaiming their place in the world. Together, we are strength. We are unbreakable. The narcissist's fixation on your energy was the last gasp of a dying parasite. One era is ending, another is beginning. You are a pioneer of the soul. Your voice calls others out of the shadows. The bunker doors are open. The war is done. You stand on a mountain at dawn. Wind moves through your spirit, clearing the last residue of abuse. Below, the dark valley of the narcissistic trap dissolves in sunlight. Above, the sky erupts with colors you can finally see. You are whole. You are complete. You are indifferent. The narcissist is a name barely remembered, a face no longer recognized. You inhale the clean air of sovereignty and never turn back. You are the keeper of the sunrise. The narcissist is a distant phantom wandering the ruins they set ablaze, shouting at the wind, begging dust to become a host again. But dust remains dust. You are flesh and fire, light in motion, moving with joy. You have found your people. You have found peace. You have found yourself. The survivor's refusal was the cocoon of the warrior. The credits roll. The theater is empty. The light remains. The game is finished, and you are the one standing. Final deliverance. The narcissist tried to destroy the empath because they feared a sovereign soul. They wanted you as a battery. Instead, the battery became a sun. You are magnificent. You are unstoppable. You won by walking away. You transcended the manipulation. You are truth. You are the path. You are life. The noise was fog. You are clarity. The ghost has no grip. The agony is finished. The road ahead is open. Reclaim your space. Reclaim your voice. Reclaim your right to walk this earth with dignity and confidence. The predator, the parasite, the arsonist hold no power here. You generate your own frequency now. Freedom, justice, radiance. Use it to warm your life. Use it to create beauty. Use it to love deeply with those who resonate with you. You are a generator of living light. The grid is restored. You are absolute. You command your destiny. Their agony is the echo of their emptiness. Your victory is the silent peace that begins when you stop feeding the void. Go forward and live with the intensity meant for you. The act is finished. The mask is shattered. You are irrevocably free.